If you have not tried Bladnoch whiskey yet, I hope by the end of this review you go out and grab a bottle. Today's whiskey is Bladnoch 17, finished in California red wine. It is 46.7% alcohol. Let me tell you something, it is a fruity, spicy dream. The red wine fruit notes really set this whiskey apart. It is a fantastic dram. Hope you enjoy this review, guys. As always, cheers.
Hey guys, welcome back to another review. I got a great Scotch for you today, Bladnoch 17. I am so excited for this. This is one of my bottles I got from my German auction site, whiskeyauction.com. Let's waste no time getting into that nose. Hey, this is my first Bladnoch. This is a nice ambery gold color, about 120 euros. We'll get into that later, but you are not going to find this in the States. I am so glad I found that website. As I said, it finished in California red wine, and I tell you what, this is super fruity. It is just like a red Jolly Rancher. Red fruits, got some sweetness in there. I'm going to say not quite rye, but a really nice cinnamon pop to the nose. Lowland malts are really subdued and they mix really well, which is why a lot of Scotch blends include Lowland malts. And this is fragrant and fabulous. Really nice floral notes going on. There's a smidge of honey. Maybe a dash of orange, but it's really overtaken by that like dry red tannininess of that California red wine. It's probably a cab. I'm not a really huge wine guy, but I'm going to just guess it's that. I kind of wish it said what red wine it used from California, but I'm going to say this is a great nose for a Lowland. My only foray into Lowland currently is with Auchentoshan. I've had the American Oak, the 3 Wood, and the 12, and of those three, I think the 3 Wood is my favorite. That one has a bit more complexity, but that's triple distilled usually, and this one's 46% alcohol, and you get a lot to grab onto here. It is so nice. I'm going to give this nose right here on this Lowland a 4.5. There's just some nice caramel syrupiness going in there now, and I actually do think that my wife is going to like this one. I've said that before, but I do think this one's going to be true, so let's get this in our mouths. So quick legs. This is going to be a nice thin whiskey. Should be able to coat the mouth quickly. And let's get that flavor in there. Let's find out. Oh. That is much more spicy on that palate than it was on the nose. It's really giving me a nice like oak spice caramel vibe just on that first sip. The dryness sets in, and in fact, this is just already sitting down a lot warmer than most Lowlands I've had. And that first sip was awesome. It actually popped really nicely. I'm not expecting that from a Lowland. This is a good whiskey so far. My goodness. Okay. Plums, raspberries, apples. Definitely a little more sweeter honey influence on the front of the lips there. This is combining into a extremely nice experience. I'm trying to see if I can compare it to something that I've had recently. It actually might taste a bit like the Milk and Honey Sherry Elements I've had back there, which won World's Best Single 2023. But man, this one's just fantastic. Let's do one more sip here. Actually, before I talking right there on the mid tongue, it just an apple orchard. This is just going to be an awesome finish. Really nice. I think a little more than the light thin whiskey I said it was going to be. It's definitely more medium bodied now. I'm getting a lot of that, again, that oak spice, and the fruit is just fantastic. And it's drying out and sitting down on my tongue really nice. And I'm going to say a smidge maraschino cherry, kind of like how that Prohibition 1920 kind of sits down. Not quite as like, hard and sweet as that one is, but definitely those vibes. The red fruit here is fantastic. So I'm going to give this palate a 5. For a Lowland, this palate just blew me away. Like with Lowlands, again, since my only foray has been Auchentoshan, there's not a whole lot to grab onto with those, and this just destroys that. I think Bladnoch is probably a very underrated distillery, and again, you're not going to find these very easily, but if you find an older Bladnoch that has a nice finish to it, whether it's sherry or red wine or port, whatever it is, grab it because this is great. So it's been about a minute, and I'm going to say the finish kind of died a little quicker than I thought it was going to, but it's still a really good finish as far as the flavors you're able to pick out of it. It does die quickly, but I'm able to grab, actually a little bit of like vanilla, nutmeggy, definitely the red fruit off there as well. It doesn't last as long as I probably would have liked, but I'm going to give the finish a 4 because, again, normally my Lowlands are just drink done. It's kind of like the Irish whiskey experience where you just drink it. It's kind of like nut water, at least to me. But this is just awesome. So I think a 4 in the finish is a good score. So for the value, gonna be a little weird. Then I did get this on a German auction site, 120-ish euros, which I think is about $132. I can't take shipping into account because I got charged an astronomical amount for shipping for 4 separate bottles. So I'm gonna call it like $150, $160. And then for 17-year Lowland limited release, extremely hard to find. I think that's a good score. That Kilhoman behind me was $150. And that's not limited release, rare, hard to find. Like this definitely is. So that taken into account, I think just based on value alone, I'm going to give that a 4 because what's in this bottle is fantastic. Most Edgerdours you find are going to be expensive because they are small. That Edgerdour Sherry cast strength one I had, $180. So this being a little bit cheaper and also probably the same hard to find, I think this wins out. So I'm going to give this value a 4, and I'll get back to you with the overall score. Overall score looks like 17.5 over 20. Excellent score. This is a good bottle. I was pleasantly surprised. When I'm on that site, I found Bladnoch, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a risk on this. I was trying to find a Lowland that had a little more age to it and maybe had a little more depth and character, and I'm glad the 17-year California red wine popped up. The red wine absolutely makes this whiskey. I think without it, it was just like ex-bourbon barrels. I don't know. It might have been just a spice fest, which that's just whatever you want. That's fine. But I think the fruit notes in here really elevated up this experience a lot because you got a lot of fruit in there, and it was dry at the end, and it finished. Started out really nice. Died a little quickly, but this is a fantastic bottle. If you've had Bladnoch, let me know in the comment down below. I'm curious if there's any more Bladnochs I should try. If you like these videos, give it a like. If not subscribed yet, please do so. I do whiskey videos every Wednesday. Love to have you guys. And we're going to find out if my wife likes this at all. Okay, well, welcome back to the program. Now, you have hated a lot of whiskeys lately.
Yeah.
If you've seen the shorts, you know she's not a fan. I've been torturing her. However, you are a wine girl, a white wine girl, but this is California red wine. I want you to sniff that glass and see if you get any fruitness in there, and maybe if you do like it, because normally you're like, ooh. So let's see if we get a better reaction this time.
Not bad.
Ooh, it's not bad. Okay, get any notes?
Cherry.
Hey, not maple. That's good. Okay, cherry.
Some apple.
Ooh. And anything else? That's fine.
Caramel.
Cherry, apple, and caramel. Ooh, so she's actually taking the time to sniff the glass and the whiskey inside and not get freaked out. So I do think you won't hate this.
Okay.
But I don't know if you'll love it. But I want to be surprised, so get that sip.
Bad.
Oh, it kind of burned you a little bit. The 46%, is it going down a little hot?
No, it went up my nose.
It went up your nose? You want to do a second sip? Maybe the second sip would be better? No? That's fine. You know what? I'm going to call that one a win because normally it's just straight like she just drank bleach. So for now, that's fine. I will see you guys in the next review. See you next time.